Well, here's the packaging. The PS5 Plus 2000GB PCLE 4.0 NVMe M.2 solid state drive. It's a 2TB one. I think the P5 and the .M2 is obviously the main reason for it. That's nice and easy and working good. And there's the packaging, nice and simple packaging, very straightforward. And not really a lot to see on that, but it's there for you. And also the heatsink that you have to have with a PlayStation 5. This comes with all the bits and pieces I'll show you in a second. And obviously fairly small, with hopefully with the heat pads and things like that. It should be nice and easy to see what's going on. And we'll put it all together. Very good. So we'll show you the drive first. This comes in very simple plastic, usual plastic packaging. There's the drive at the back in the packaging. See if we can get in there. Don't make it very easy, do they? That's it. Oh, one little screw. Got to remember not to lose a little screw that I don't think we're going to use actually, but we shall see. Put it there. So yep, so there's the little drive after a crucial 2TB drive. There's all the details on the back of that one. Fairly straightforward. It's amazing that you can get 2TB in solid state drive in that. It should be fun to fit. And let's have a look now at the heatsink. So let's get that on in. Like that. Oh yes, got about it. Usual instructions, and so here's the all the heat pads there, look, it's fairly straightforward. Just stick them on. I think you get 3 in there. You only want 2 as far as I know. And there's the little packaging with the heatsink and a screwdriver, which is handy. And the little screws that go in the side of the heatsink, as you'll see in a second. Just get that out of there if you can. That's it. See, all that is a little heatsink, look. And a little sort of heatsink so that it takes the heat away from the drive. And the 6 screws go in each hole in its side. I don't know if you can see that. But, oh, there we are. And that's fairly straightforward, hopefully. Right, we'll go and see if we can put that together. Right, here's everything you need to make up the hard drive and the cooler. Passive cooler they call it, and heatsink. You need the screwdriver, 2 pads, the base of the heatsink and the heatsink itself, and the actual memory chip that way around, if you can see it like that, and the little screws, which we can't see in the shot, but there, like that. There's lots of 6 little screws. I'll put it together and then show you that again. Right, first thing we do is peel these heat shrink tabs. I want to thank you for Craig's channel on YouTube for showing me how to do it, and I'll give him credit for that, thank you very much. But yeah, you have to peel these heat sinks off like that. So the first one goes in the base of the actual heat sink like that. Make sure you take off both of the sort of protective strips, it's just easier. Make sure you've got nice clean hands before you start this as well. It's a good idea to wash your hands before you start this. It can be a bit of a tricky one to get that plastic off it. Right, that's it. there. Gently lay this on the bottom there. So you've got room for that half moon piece here there that's not covered. So let's put that in there like that. Like that. Doesn't matter if it sticks out a little bit at the other end. That's it, like that. And then the next piece is this, goes in there like that. Make sure everything is lined up, see that? I'll zoom in a bit. So if we, with the crucial label upwards, like that. That's good. Let's get that a bit high. Like that. You want to have room to get the fitting into the PS5, so it doesn't need to be massively there. So let's do that again. Let's move it up a little bit more. Oh. Less tricky than it looks, but we're getting it. That's it, that's better. So heatsink on that, like that. So make sure it's nice and pressed in. See how it's in there like that? Look, it's not coming anywhere, not going anywhere. I've still got room for the pins to insert into the PS4, or 5 I should say. Then the other piece of heatsink, padding, heat pad, like that, get rid of that. You only need 2 out of the 3 to do this. See if I can get that off. Tricky. Like that. That in theory will reduce the heat coming from it. You can get it off, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's got it. Like that. Feels like a bit of chewing gum. Strange. So that goes over the top of that, like that. Again, sort of try and work out where you want it. Like that. You can always peel it off again, it won't do any harm. Try and get it nice and even. See it like that. That's good. I think just as long as you can see you can see what I've done. See what I can done there. I've got it so that the hole at this end is good for the screw and the bits of attachment. And it just sits in there like that. And the final piece of see, it's all clear at the other end as well. Can you see that? It's nice and clear. So I can get the pins into the PS5. Now this final piece goes in here like that. Somehow, that's it. Like that. And that sits in there like that. That's pretty good. I think we've got it lined up nicely. And I'll just put the screws in. I'll just turn the camera off for that. Let's see that. Well, here we have the finished heatsink and drive built in. You can see the pins at the top there, look. Like that. And there's the hole at the bottom so you can put the screw in. See if I can get it on this view. That's it, like that. So it should be, even if it might be a little bit of the heat pad sort of sticking out, doesn't really matter. You can see the screws are all there, look. That's good. On that side and that side, just screw them in gently, you don't sort of force them. You don't need to be forced. And there's a whole unit set up now to go into the PS5, which I'll show you in a second. Right, here we are with the PS5 opened up with the white cover taken off. Everybody knows how to do that. So what we'll be doing, it's always a good idea as well if you've been using it for a while, just to give it a quick dust down, maybe with a rocket blower or something like that, on the fan and such like. Just get rid of the dust, anything that might. Luckily I haven't had this very long, so it's not very dusty. So that's fairly straightforward. So you've got the disk drive here, and the fan there, and the extra drive, MVB drive, M2 drive there, cover there, which we'll take off in a second. and so that's nice and set and ready to go. So here we are with the drive in hand, ready to go, and I'll unscrew the little heatsink cover on here if I can. A bit tight. That's it. Like that. From what I can see on the videos, it's quite a tight fit. So I'll cover me here like that. Comes off. Keep the screw to one side. Don't lose that. That just comes off like that, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And that just, now we've got to get this screw out here. There's a screw inside here. I don't know if you can see that. Little screw there. That's got to come off with a little balancer. And it's funny. It's got different lengths and sizes, but you know roughly which hole that is. It's always the first hole that come to. It's funny, it's slightly different from a year ago, that internal bit there. That had like millimetres, so it's like 20, 30, 50 and 80 millimetres. Now, that's gone. As far as I can see, I can't see the writing at all on it. It might still be there, just very faint. But it's unnecessary. So, get rid of that screw and be very careful not to lose that. It's always handy to have a pair of tweezers with you. Let's get that screw out first. That's a odd design, different from what I remember. Come out there. Oh, quite a long screw as well. Oh, there we are. Right, so now we need to get that little washer in the hole that we need, like that. Yeah, that is so different. They've cheaped out a little bit, haven't they? So that then goes in here, like that. Can you see that? It goes right in there. Feel it. Oh, yeah. Feel it until it butts into there. That's it. Push it right in. That's it. That should butt right in like that. Lovely. And then that little screw can go back in there. And that noose that holds it down. Make sure that the radiator part of the heatsink is on the top, like that. Right, so just put that back in there. Get it in there without losing it. That's it. Like that. Oh, take your time. Like that. Just keep pressing it in to make sure it's in there fully seated into the hard drive, like that. And that should go down like that. And there you're sort of solid. It can't really go anywhere else. So it should be in there now, fine. That spacer and the screw holds it in. And then all you've got to do is put the cover on top again. Like that. Lovely, make sure it's nice and tight. And the cover just slides in like that. And like that. And then like that. And a big screw in there like that. Like that. And that's done. Look at that, all nice and neat and everything done. And so now hopefully we've got an extra 2 terabytes of hard drive. And we shall see when we turn it back on again. Just got to put the white cover back on. I suppose I could show you that. It's fairly straightforward. So let's have a look. Zoom out a bit. White cover. Like that. Like that. Just that sits in there just like that, and it should just pop in. There, look. See? Clicked, popped. Fairly sure. Well, if you want to undo it and take it off, just hold it at this end, click up and push that way, so away from yourself, and that will come off again. So it's all nice and solid and all done. Very good. Very pleased with that. Very proud. So there we are. To use your M2 SSD drive, you need to format it. When you format your M2 SSD, all data on it will be deleted. If you want to continue using your PS5 without formatting the SSD, turn off your PS5, then remove everything. Note that saved data, screenshots and video clips cannot be saved on the M2 SSD storage. So yeah, we'll go to format there, look, format on the M2 SSD and click it. It's just compiling, it doesn't take long. See, look, 5,600 exactly. It's got to be at least 5,500 megabytes per second for it to work. That's good. Your format has been changed. And it says there, if you need to in future, turn off the or take out the memory drive. Always turn it off first, fully. It's logical, I suppose. Rebooting database, and here we are. Start from scratch. And here we are. We'll just have a quick look. I've got a few games here, but now I've got loads more memory space. I've been playing quite a bit of the Ratchet and Clank recently on a disc, so that's good. So let's just have a quick look at the amount of memory we've got now. So let's go there. There it should show up. Look, storage. So we've got console storage. Look, so we've only got 165 gigabytes left, and that's with only sort of 5 or 6 games. It's ridiculous, really. And the M2 storage, we've got a full 2 terabytes there, which is good. And USB extended storage if you have it. Hopefully I won't need it now. So I've got 3 terabytes, or 2.5 terabytes if you want to put it that way, in full installation. So we're going to put the PS5 games and apps onto the MS2 storage, and also the PS4 games in the future. Just save space. There we are. And so here we are again. You can see there's nothing there at the moment. Hopefully we'll get something in a minute. But then that's it. So we're all done. Nice lots of storage now. Look at that, 2 terabytes. That is amazing. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped somebody. Right, let's finish off with a little bit of gameplay from Gran Turismo 7 on the Music Rally. Hooked on Classics Part 1. Look at the detail of this. Amazing. You've got as long to drive as you can till the music ends. You get extended time, you see, if you more extended time. Great. Oh, that was naughty. Ooh. I was walking Golf GTI, I realise. Oh dear, it's naughty. Am I going to get that gold? I don't think so, son. Oh, got caught behind that bloke. That's not good. 526 on new high score. Nice replay.